So as promised, today I will be doing underdrawing. So we'll see how that goes. So I think the topic is let's see here. Run. I wrote running. Sorry, something stuck in my throat. Hey Gaxix, salut. Atsuki, Sofa Straggler. Good morning, gnomes. So, Morphia, morning. Bruno Romanos. Yeah, so run was the topic. I'm not sure if I should use this fine pen or ballpoint pen. I kind of like ballpoint pen more, just because it's more fun. Don't know if it'll be that good, or should I use brush pen actually as a challenge? Let's go with brush pen. I've never done underdrawing with brush pen. And then what's with my throat? Then I can use this fine point. Maybe we'll see. Ixie, good morning. Good morning. Hey Quentin. Hey Chillstrand. Hello, hello. Guten Morgen. Okay, let's go. Let's start this. Hey Dear Bart, thanks for the host. And Captain Mouse. Let's see. Parallel pen. I don't know what that is actually, Gaxix, but it sounds interesting. Eric Moy. All right, let's try this. I have actually never used brush pen on an underdrawing, so I'm assuming I'm gonna mess up. I'm gonna have to adjust the sketch as well. But this is I must say I haven't drawn from an underdrawing or on top of an underdrawing since probably years. So I'm actually quite rusty. I'm actually quite unsure about the process, which is which in itself is it's an interesting mind state. Müllerfin, Nergal 68, Bon 88. Yeah, I'm gonna try to see where this goes. I mean, obviously, it's just more or less tracing my lines. But, yeah, this is very awkward to follow my pencil sketch. I have to switch my thought process, actually. Because now I just need to think about structure rather than what goes where. Which is weird. This is definitely not the comfort zone. Hey Giorgio Baroni. Gaxix, I've seen your comic, obviously, but I'm not sure about the pen you're talking about. Parallel pen. I want to lean in, but I can't because there's a camera plus the lamp. I want to get in there. Now I need to look at it from afar. But this is completely different way of drawing. It's just throwing me off. I'm getting confused here. This is cheating. There's no challenge in following your lines. This is child's play. Touch wood. I'm just gonna, like, the pencil is gonna explode or something. Oh, it's like that pen that when you push, it moves. Right. I got you. Yeah, those I've used a lot. I quite liked the feel of like scratching on the paper. Yeah, the way the dip pen is, exactly. But I think it's a bit different. But more or less the same, right? I wonder, when it comes to time, where I'll be at the 30-minute mark on this drawing. Because I'm obviously drawing quite slow compared where I need to like map out the whole drawing, but I also don't need to worry about the whole drawing, like what goes where, because it's all figured out already, right, with the underdrawing. And I don't want to like stiffen up too much with that small pen. So I gotta remember to come back to this one, so that the smaller pen is just like an accent to it, to the drawing, rather than being the main thing, because I don't have time to sit and be fantastically detailed. Okay, there should be some fur there. It's a good challenge, this, for me, though, even though it feels easy in the sense that the whole drawing is already mapped out. Doesn't mean it is easy. It's actually quite difficult, because I got to think about the drawing now, the whole, rather than solving where to put everything. It's tricky. Like I mentioned, it's kind of throwing me off. Like I'm not sure. Like, oh, this is scary. Where should I start drawing now? Like yesterday's one was just like, just throw stuff in there and try to make sense out of it. Here I can't go with the flow, right? I gotta worry about line, because I need to approach it differently. And I kind of like it. I kind of like the fact that I have to think about the process, but I also like the way I drew yesterday. So I think I will do again more of these underdrawings, but probably not tomorrow. Or maybe I should do one again tomorrow, just so that I'm not so, awkward about it. Hey, Nareda. How's it going? I don't know either where their light source is. I'm kind of just all over the place. Gotta define a light source here. fun though. I must say it's fun. Fun to have an underdrawing. You guys who do Inktober, do you use underdrawing every time, right? Even you, Bose, Captain Bose, do you use an underdrawing, or are you just straight ink? I saw on Instagram that you mentioned that it's you didn't have time for underdrawing. So majority is without or with. Chilstrand, the 2-week challenge. Yeah, I think I will. I think I will try to find time for it. I think I will. I might experiment with a 3D blockout and a paint over, just as a kind of practice of doing splash art of sorts. That's cool. That's cool. Interesting to see you guys how we do it. Oh, Captain Boss. Yeah, exactly. I love that as well. I think that's a really cool part of using the markers, that you can use like a lighter, like 10% one. I think it's so much fun. I used to use a lot of those markers. As I showed you some of those sketchbooks when I tried to when I was heavily inspired by Feng Zhu, or however you pronounce his name. I experimented a lot with those markers. It was fun. Yeah, exactly, Captain Boss. It's because it's like you can sketch quite freely, can't you? With that underdrawing with the marker. So much freer. I remember you could even layer the drawing with layers of very light marker, and just go rough with the pencil or marker rather. Yeah, this is taking some weird turns, this drawing. I think the mix between the brush pen and this fine point is a bit odd. And I think in order to make it really good, I gotta have more time on them than 30 minutes. But it's I think it's a good experiment. I can definitely see strengths of an underdrawing, but also the challenges of an underdrawing, having done both. Coccyx, yeah, exactly. There is a certain like accomplishment to make a great drawing without an underdrawing. Captain Boss, yeah, exactly. But I think your Inktober stuff is quite nice. Very sci-fi, as per as the style you like to draw. It's some very interesting things happening. Müller Finn, November 1st is the International Self-Portrait Day. So feel free to challenge yourself. Oh, start already. You know November 1st is coming in 3 weeks. It's coming. I think I did my self-portrait on a 30-minute warm-up last year. Yeah, I did. I did a low-key value portrait. One year I did a 8-bit animation of me running. So where am I with time? I'm 10 minutes or 13 minutes in. I wouldn't say I'm even halfway done, which is a little bit scary. Hey, Austin Mengler, thank you very much. Thank you. Just dropping by and dropping some love bombs on me. Fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you very much. I'm glad you like my stuff. These random warm-up challenges is it's good fun. And I'm glad that there's people like you coming by and saying kind words. Makes it all a lot easier to do. Because it is quite an obligation to do this every day for 2 years now. Ah, coffee. That's really cool, Miller Finn. This is dying. Let's see if I have another one. And now it's going to be like super dark. Yeah, there we go. Super dark blackness. Okay. Not sure about. I would love to spend more details, making more spend more details, spend more time making more details. But I feel like I'm having to rush the drawing, even though I have an underdrawing. I do manage to, I'd say, probably have more precision with an underdrawing, but on the cost of time, right? Comparing to yesterday's, which is way looser, but I managed to cover the whole paper. So it's a little bit, it changes the way how you have to approach everything, which is very interesting. And I think I'm quite confident that with an underdrawing you're challenging your knowledge in a different way than just no underdrawing sketching. Because with the underdrawing sketching, you're way more reactive. You're using way more of your kind of intuition and in your kind of automatic knowledge. While with an underdrawing, you really gotta plan more. Make it more of a bigger project, which in itself is an interesting challenge, right? Yeah, I'm focusing here. Trying to squeeze in a little bit more so that I make it on time. I'm actually unsure that the drawing will be as good as I intended it to be with the time frame. We're 30, so we got 12 minutes left. It's interesting. It's an interesting challenge, this. Who was it that suggested underdrawing the other day? Can't remember. But kudos to that person. Morphia. Oh, thank you. Hey, Delirium, good morning. I am fine, thank you. How are you? How are you, sir? My Russian friend. Bruno Romanos. For human drawing, in what way human drawing? There is an reference book I talked about on one of the streams. That's really, I think, one of the best ones to kind of understand reality and how muscles are in reality. And there's many other books which is great to understand how to approach drawing human bodies, which a reference book might not be the best solution for, depending on, it all depends on like where you are when it comes to knowledge. But if you join Discord, and under the channel useful links, there's a bunch of people posting good links to good materials. I'm not sure I'm happy with the drawing. It is kind of shitty. Not very happy at all. But I'm happy with the challenge. And it's definitely something I enjoyed and I want to do more of. Kinda. It's really weird. Hey, Tim Rammers. Thank you for the host, man. And of course, you gotta host me when I'm experimenting the most and kind of failing. But I really appreciate the host. Thank you very much, Tim Rammers, and cool of that you join in the madness of me experimenting with Inktober. So the experimentation today is I experimented with underdrawing. I usually don't, and I'm experimenting with two different pens, which I haven't tried together really. So the result is varied. So my apologies for the kind of shitty quality. Hey yo! Tim Remmers, yeah. I think that's where you learn the most though. And that's where you challenge your skill set. And you gotta go out of your comfort zone in situations like this where I have just like there's just a 30-minute sketch. You should definitely be out of comfort zone now and then. It's also good to be in the comfort zone, to just have fun and not think. I think that is important as well. But some days you just gotta challenge yourself and see what it all comes out at the end of the drawing. You can't just be comfortable. You'll get great at comfortable, but chances are that you're gonna get stuck at comfortable, and that's no fun. I see too many artists over this span of years. I mean, I've been 10 years. I've been working like with concept art for 10 years, and I've been following artists over the years. There's a lot of them that get stuck. They get really, really good at one thing, but they can't do anything else because they've spent so much time in their comfort zone. When they try something new, they fail hard, and it scares them. It scares them a lot, and they don't go outside of their comfort zone, because their comfort zone has become their trademark. And that's nothing bad. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's bad at all. I think it's great for them. I think if it works for them, that's fantastic. But what I was gonna get to was that as I said, I've been following people, different artists over the years, and kind of seeing, as a source of measuring, like where I am at compared to them, and so on. I always do stuff like that. But what I was getting at was, I can spot their art miles away, and I wouldn't be able to place what year that art is from, because they've always drawn the same way. And I could almost like make a recipe for that person and what that person will draw next day. And then I see the work they produce and I go, yep, not surprised whatsoever that they chose to draw something like that in that specific manner. Delirian, I am 37 this year. I started in the industry quite late. Like, I got my first contract 25, 26. I started learning 24, at 24. So it was like, I had to hit the road running, I had to work really hard to catch up. And nowadays, which is crazy, is like 16-year-olds, like that they're better than me, and they're not even in the industry yet. The whole, I wouldn't say better, but they're at a skill level, they're better than I was even remotely at 24. When I started to learn, which is cool, which is great for the industry, which is also great for me, because I look at their art and go, holy, all right, I better go do some art push-ups and challenge myself and explore new techniques and don't stagnate. One thing that I want to venture more into, which I think I will after Inktober, is doing a 3D coat. 3D coat and Photoshop mixture. I don't want to learn 3D coat on the 30-minute warm-ups. So what gonna happen is that I'm gonna have to find time after Inktober to get familiar with the program. I started testing it out last month, but I just didn't have time for it. But I think that would be a cool thing to explore as well, like 3D coat mixed with Photoshop, experimentation. I mean, it's nothing new. A lot of people have done it, but it's always interesting to expand your knowledge, right? Um, 3D code. I don't know 3D code per se, but I definitely know the principle of 3D. I'm no stranger to it. Sofa Strangler, I have no idea if it's compatible with Linux. I mean, it's for Mac as well, so I would assume yes, or a version of it, definitely. Gaxix, I think if you're a 2D artist, you should definitely learn 3D and model one of your own concepts. Or if you have a really nice friend who can model your concept for you, and he'll talk you through his experiences and where it fails and so on. It's so important to understand how one should change the way you draw in order for it to work in 3D. If you want to be that guy, that kind of artist that does work for 3D. Hey, Captain Jetlag, you joined at the bitter end, I guess you could say. So let's erase the underdrawing and wallow in the filth of using an underdrawing today. I'd say it's definitely something I would do again. It was a very interesting challenge. It definitely made me think in a way that I shouldn't have thought would activate my brain. Because I'm been so used to the regular warm-up way of anything goes at the beginning and kind of building the picture up, and now I have to focus on rhythm and forms in a completely different way, because everything is already sketched out and I can't wing it as I move along the drawing, which was a great challenge. A great challenge. I really enjoyed it, and I wanna do that again. So tomorrow I might do another underdrawing. Well, tonight I might do another underdrawing, and so tomorrow might be another one, just for the sake of keeping the momentum, so I'm not rusty for the next time I try it. So that's it for today. Captain Jetlag, yeah, there's lots of outsourcing for 3D. There's many studios you can apply to. Inktober 11. Right. Thanks everyone for joining in. Today's word was run. I experimented. This area is horrible. I'm annoyed by it. Anyway, we learn from our mistakes. Tomorrow is a new day. Have a great day, everyone, and see you tomorrow morning. Kiss, bye, coccyx. All right, have a fantastic one, everyone. Bye. See you tomorrow.